So my dear friends, welcome back. In the previous video we have looked into the two types of vegetation that we have, the tropical deciduous forest and the tropical evergreen forest. Now we are left with four more types of vegetation, and we will deal with all those four types of vegetations in this video itself. So let's begin with the third type of vegetation, the temperate evergreen forests. Now again, you are coming across a word called evergreen, and I have already mentioned that this evergreen word is something that means the forests there will look like greenery. The greenery will always be there throughout the year. That means there are a large variety of plants and trees species there. So there is no particular season in which they shed their leaves altogether. That is why they are always green. That is why the word evergreen. So this is a temperate evergreen, means it will found in areas which have like moderate type of temperature, not so high temperature, but rainfall will be very high. That's why evergreen. So rainfall here is very high, although temperature is not that much high, but rainfall is very high. So that is why this is evergreen forest. Where will you find this? Mid latitudinal coastal regions, and this is why the rain here is very high. How can you imagine a high amount of evaporation without high temperature? This is only because there is a coastal region. So look at the areas where it is found. In the eastern margins of the continent, example Southeast USA. So this is the USA here. This portion is USA. So you might find it in this area, Southeast USA. Then you will find it in South China. So you might find it in South China area, this, right? And then Southeast Brazil. So Southeast Brazil means you may find in this part of area, right? So this is where you will find temperate evergreen forests, and basically because the coastal eastern margins of these coastal regions receive maximum amount of rainfall, that is why you will find that there is availability of greenery. So evergreen forests are found here, and why, that is why we call it temperate evergreen. Now the speciality of tropical evergreen forests was the presence of hardwood trees, ebony, mahogany. We have seen this, but in this type of forests you will find that both hard and softwood trees are found here. For example, you will also find it oak, pine, eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is a very famous tree because of its height. It is of enormous height, and it also, the lifespan of eucalyptus is very much high. So these type of trees are the speciality of temperate evergreen forests. So look at the areas. This is very important. Okay, so this is US, this is China, this is China, and this is Brazil area, where you will find this type of forests. Now temperate deciduous forests, we have seen what is the speciality and peculiarity of deciduous forest. That is, they shed their leaves in dry season so as to have a minimum amount of evaporation that is being caused by transpiration. So what is happening here? This is temperate deciduous forest. So the phenomena will repeat here. So it will form towards higher latitudes, means you have to move further upward or further downward. Northeast USA. Now the USA, which we will, this is Southeast USA, this area, and in Northeast USA you will find temperate deciduous forest. Here you will find temperate evergreen. So here you will find temperate evergreen, and here you will find temperate deciduous forest. China, again this area, which is also called Manchurian, this area you will find China. New Zealand, so this is part of New Zealand. So you can see this is below this Southeast Brazilian coast. And then Chile is the area which is present here. So you will find temperate evergreen forest here. They shed their leaves in dry season. Okay, so this is the peculiarity of every deciduous forest. That is why it is a type of adaptive mechanism here, so as to minimize the amount of evaporation that is being caused due to transpiration. So that is why they set their leaves so that no transpiration occurs and minimum amount of loss of water occurs. So what we'll find here, you will also find oak tree here, then you will find ash tree and beech trees are found here. So basically these are actually, you have to remember this, because this is not very much of conceptual thing. This is something you have to mug up, like these type of trees that are found here, the type of animals, that is deer, foxes, wolves. These are the type of animals that you will come across in this type of temperate deciduous forests. Okay, now move to the fifth type of vegetation that we have. This is Mediterranean vegetation. Now this is very interesting. The reason why this is very interesting, because this has a peculiar type of availability of vegetation. So this will be found around Mediterranean Sea. So this area you will find. So some parts of Europe, some parts of Africa, and some parts of Asia will also, will included in this part. So what is happening here? Hot, dry summer. Summer is dry. Everywhere summer is dry. And some amount of rain is also there. Peculiarity here is mild, rainy winter. In winter season, you will find that rain is, substantial amount of rainfall is occurring here. So this is the speciality of Mediterranean region, that is mild, rainy winter is occurring here, right? And what is it is famous for is citrus fruits. For example, you might find a large amount of cultivation of oranges, also grapes, and this is high quality grapes, low quality grapes. High quality grapes are used for wine making, and low quality grapes we eat often. Okay, so this area is famous for wine making, and grapes, oranges, this type of fruits, the citrus fruits, the fruits that are very rich in vitamin C, you will find in these areas. So that is why it is called orchards of the world. Orchards of the world, because these areas are, these areas produce a large amount of fruits, particularly citrus fruits. Wild animals, if you will see, not very much amount of wild animals you will find in Mediterranean region. Now when it comes to the type of adaptive mechanism that the plants or the trees of this area adapt, so basically you will find that the trees or the plants, the fruits of the fruit trees that they have thick bark. Now because they have thick bark, you will find that very less amount of water loss is occurring. So basically this bark protects the trunk or the tree from losing the water. That is why this area has thick bark trees and wax coated leaves. Again the same phenomena, you will find some thick amount of leaves here. This is mainly because to avoid the water loss through transpiration. So that is why we have thick bark and we have also wax coated leaves. Okay, now this is the speciality of Mediterranean vegetation. Now we have also another type of vegetation which will be sixth number, I have not mentioned here. So this is basically Coniferous forest. So let me write it here. So this is a type of vegetation which is called Coniferous. So Coniferous vegetation or Coniferous forests. So this is sixth number. You will usually find it in 50 degree to 70 degree north and south latitudes. Not south latitudes, because in south latitudes you have Antarctica region, and in Antarctica region the temperature is too low, and because of unavailability of land no vegetation is found here. So this is basically found in 50 to 70 degree north, means you will find it in this region, in this region you will find, and mainly this is concentrated in Russia. So that is why this is also called as taiga. and taiga means something pure, so this is called taiga, untouched. Taiga forests, right? We also call it taiga forests. What type of trees that you will find here? You will find you may find softwood trees here, right? And the animals that you may come across in these taiga forests, you will come across silver fox, and also, for example, you will come across polar bear here. So these are the type of animals that you can find in this taiga forests. So this was the basic discussion about all the 6 types of vegetation that we have. We have looked into all the types of vegetations: the tropical evergreen, tropical deciduous, the temperate evergreen and temperate deciduous. Then we have Mediterranean vegetation, and also we have coniferous forests. What you have to remember is the area in which they are located, and if you can remember some trees names or the animals that are found, you can, that will be better for you. And this is a chapter which does not have much of concepts, so you have to go through facts again and again, so has to remember it in your mind. So this was all about in this video. We will come up in the next video with grasslands, the type of grasslands we have on the earth, and the different type of names that grasslands have in different regions of the world. Okay, so in this video we will conclude here. So thank you, and if you do not have watched the other lectures on geography in class 7th, you can go through on this channel only. So okay, thank you.